Good morning, Rochester. I'm disappointed with the response of the Rochester Police Locust Club to this matter of the two officers who seem in some body camera video to be shown doing negative things. As you read the newspaper account of this, I think the only place we've seen a reaction from the union. And listen, I love the Rochester Police Department. I stand in awe of it and its members. I think that the union are the good guys, and I appreciate the role it plays, and I admire tremendously its president. But I believe that its reaction to this matter, at least as represented in the newspaper, is foolish and unwise. What the union does is, while the entire rest of the community is standing here aghast at this deeply disappointing news, while the rest of the community is kind of afraid of what that video will show, the union is talking about how the rights of the officers were not respected, that this whole thing was rushed. Well, the event took place on the 5th of May. This is now nearly the end of August. There is no planet in any solar system, in any universe, where the word rushed could appropriately or accurately be applied to this matter. And what the union does in responding this way is it seems to, it creates the impression that it is covering for bad conduct. And I believe that it is in the interest of the members of the Rochester Police Locust Club for community respect for that organization to be high. Often and wisely, the president and others from the union talk about the issues of respect on the street for officers and how that translates directly to the paramount concern, which is the safety of those officers. In this regard, this reaction by that union contributes to the disrespect that sadly contributes to the lack of safety for police officers on the streets of the city that is at the hub of our region, right? And I know that a union, at the end of the day, is, an agent for its members in their employment circumstance. But the employment circumstance of the several hundred police officers on this department, relative to their safety, is more important than standing up for one or two cops who clearly are pukes. There must be a place in the union's position where it can stand for integrity. And I know that sounds bad, because integrity, I think, in many ways defines that union and the individuals who lead it. But in this matter, you sound shrill and selfish. And in this matter, all you're doing is throwing gasoline on a fire that was sadly started by one or two officers who seem to have acted poorly. And I think that there are times when you can be circumspect, when you, and again, in this situation, you have the quotes, and I'll look them up here and we'll review them later in the day, but you have Mike Mazzeo of the union, and he's talking about, usually the officers get 20 or 30 days to respond to accusations, and apparently these officers have been working and were not suspended or facing any sort of disciplinary matter until like last week or something, which gets back to a larger issue which is addressed in my column today at wham1180.com, and that is one directed at the police chief's office and the mayor's office, saying, what the hell was the delay? Right? And maybe the pivotal point in that is, when was the mayor told? When did the mayor see the video? Because either the police department kept this from the mayor or the mayor kept this from the community, and neither of those things are any good. We have, heartbreakingly, it seems, indications that one or two officers did do something very wrong and potentially even criminal. And that's a heartbreak and a disappointment to us all. But it also seems that in the reaction to this matter, in the chief's office, in the mayor's office, and now in the union office, that we have had similarly disappointing, misconduct is a big and loaded word, but they screwed the pooch on this. And each of these entities, those two officers, the police chief's office, the mayor's office, and now the union, have each responded to this in a fashion that can only be seen to diminish confidence and trust by the community in the police department. It's like it has cascaded with failure after failure. And this latest thing where the union president stands up and comes off as shrill and writes to the officers this, that, and the other, just preposterous claims in the face of the actual timeline. It's deeply, deeply disappointing.